Hello guys, and welcome to episode 3 of my Total War Warhammer 3 Immortal Empires campaign, playing as Isabella von Carstein, leading the vampire counts to world domination. Previously we took Zufbar from the dwarves, and hopefully today we're going to be taking Oakenhammer from the dwarves as well, destroying Zufbar for good. Then we're going to be wanting to do the Blood Chalice of Bathory quest once we get Isabella a full army and also some replenishment. But before we do both of those things, let's check out the Bloodlines. The Bloodlines, we did go over all of the bonuses that they give in the previous episode, so go check that out if you'd like to see them all. But there were two that particularly stood out to me as ones that I'm going to want to unlock early on. That is the Lamian and Necroc Bloodlines, because they do give character experience gain in the case of Lamian, and in the case of Necroc we get research rate. Now, research rate is good to have with the vampires early on because their tech tree is kind of small. So this bonus will be wasted in the late game. Same goes for like the character experience gain. The more you go on, the less this is going to be effective. Because right now I've got like 6 heroes and lords that are all low level. So this will dramatically help increase their level sooner than later. Whereas later on we'll be getting like 1 lord at a time. As we continue to expand, and so it won't have as much of an impact. So what I'm going to do is go for research rate early on. I think that's probably the best one. That's also going to give us a Necroc Lord that we can use. So let's go check him out in Castle Drakenhof. I will want to recruit him, but I'm not sure if I have enough money to do so. Let's go recruit Lord. Jump over to Bloodlines, and here we have Wilmar Skellen, who is of the Necroc bloodline. He is a lawkeeper. That's actually not a bad trait for him to have. That's really nice. I'm pretty sure they get blood magic, so they'll be using like Invocation of the Hex, so that will definitely help him spam that. But he costs 1,250, so we'll recruit him next turn. Speaking of which, let's move on to the next turn. Now, the only thing we've got to look out for is where this army goes. It could just jump back into Oakenhammer, which would be probably the best thing, because we can just wipe them out in one go. They might also go elsewhere, like maybe they'll try and attack the dwarves or something to take extra ground. I'm just hoping they jump back. It's the most likely scenario. Yeah, perfect. Okay. That means we can probably run round here and attack them this turn in order to wipe them out. Right, foolish vainglory. They say you revel in victory. They say you spend more time erecting monuments to battles past than managing the realm. They say you are a fool. So we can get +5 leadership in all armies, or we can get -25% recruitment costs for 3 turns. Since I am going to be getting a new army, this seems like a good shout. Let's go for a more humble approach. And what we'll do is we'll get that lord right away. Go over to the Bloodlines, pick up Wilmar Skellen, and voila. Pop them into Castle Drakenhof, and we will recruit some units. Now, I'm not sure if recruiting surplus reduces the cost of raised dead. I don't believe it does, because it's technically a different thing. But I could be wrong. I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comments. But we'll definitely use the recruitment cost reduction anyway. Pick up maybe a corpse cart and the Fellbats to get us started, since the Fellbats are upgraded from the technology. But I'm not going to bother with that just yet, as I may actually want to move through Sylvania with Isabella to pick up some more recruitment from the raised dead pool before we attack Oakenhammer. Let's go ahead and do that. So raised dead here, grab the Fellbats and maybe the direwolves as well. Perfect. Let's move on. Should be a pretty simple battle, but it does say Pyrrhic victory, so I'm going to have to play it out. I'll go ahead and give Isabella her magic attacks back. Let's jump on in. So since we have an army of like just lords and heroes mostly, it doesn't particularly matter where we attack from, but this looks pretty nice over here in the corner, since it's kind of covered by these buildings. Everywhere else seems pretty exposed. So let's come into the corner here. And we'll just run up here and capture this to get rid of any of the towers that are attacking us. can also have all of my flyers ready to attack any towers that are there. I might get my Vargolf involved. Just put all of these in a group. And then I also have my Graveguard. Cool. Alright, let's just start the battle. And they put a wall up, so we'll go and destroy that wall first of all. Do they have any towers? Doesn't look like it, just the barricade. They are starting to build the tower now. I'm going to do the invocation on the heck. We'll get the Vargolf some health back.
Isabella von Carstein.
And in we go. I'm going to have my flying units come over the top because I am going to need them to take out the Quarrelers. Particularly these ones on the left that are attacking us. Also, my Vargolf just took so much damage. Ouch. Okay, I'm going to split these off. Because he is almost dead. I need a invocation on him ASAP. Alright, can we save the Vargolf? The poor leadership is killing it right now. Hopefully it can recover. Okay, good. I might just tell him to leave. The flying units have done a good job on both sides. That's good. Oh, we're charging in from both sides with our flying units. These guys are just gonna get mangled. I'm hoping that we can capture this sooner or later. I can get my dogs involved. They can come up and help us out. We can also, of course, get the Graveguard in, so we'll do that as well. I'm gonna keep my Vargolf kind of just round the corner, nice and hidden. Actually, probably not in front of the tower is a good idea. Yeah, it's shooting it straight away. Just stay here. Just stay here. It's totally fine. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna need these to go and kill the Quarrelers for me. The Felbats are doing a fantastic job taking out these ranged units. Once this is capped, we can get our direwolves to help as well. And that gets rid of the tower. Perfect. All of the flying units. We'll have the dwarves as well. Engage the dwarf warriors back there. Let's get our heroes healed up. They're actually going to end up with more health than they started with, which is great. It may also be okay for me to bring the Vargolf up now. The big problem with the Vargolf is that he is very big. Also, I forgot about my black coach again. It's one of my least favorite units. It's just terrible. I think if you had like a bunch of these, it would be okay. Because you could cycle charge them quite well, but on their own, I don't know if they're really worth it. Anyway, let's heal the Vargolf. Vlad's pet. We'll bring our flyers over to go take out that tower. So I'm going to pull these back. We'll charge into those dwarf warriors again in just a second. Alright, in we go. Not sure quite what happened there, why they're not already moving to the tower. I think maybe they were stuck in combat with something else. The Lord's just sitting at the spawn. Not sure what's going on with that lately. I think that's the second time with the dwarves we've seen the Lord just do that. Absolute coward.
Slaughter them!
We can do an invocation, but I would rather wait until we can do an upgraded one. That tower's just gone. Okay, now we'll fly over these and we'll land on them. That should just finish things off. In theory, I could also use a pit of shades if we've got enough winds, but I don't think we're going to get enough winds in time. Instead, we'll just do Invocation of Nehek. That's victory. And goodbye to Zufbar. A nice decisive victory. Standard of discipline gives us +7 leadership. Didn't get as much experience as I would have liked. But we can now assign this plus leadership. I'll probably give it to the Vargolf. Makes sense. Alright, let's go ahead and occupy that. And that's going to finish Blackwater as a province. So we can now set up our commandment here, which I'm going to do immediately to get Foster Terror. And it looks like all of my vampires there got their Hell Steeds, which is fantastic. Dire Pack. And the Zombos are unlocked. The Regiment's Renown. It's good. Let's just go through and level all of these up. Isabella. Getting the upgraded Invocation of Nehek so we can do it at the same time as Vlad would be a good idea. I think I'm going to go for potentially like Aura of Supremacy just to get the extra character aura leadership effect. No, let's actually just go with the Invocation of Nehek upgrade. That seems like a good idea regardless. Okay, for Melissa, we'll just get the replenished troops maxed out. For Vlad, Lawmaster of Vampire seems like a good idea for the Winds of Magic cost reduction. The replenished troops on the rest of these. Actually, except her, although I already spent it, so never mind. Okay, so our replenishment rate here should be pretty much maxed out. Let's see if we want to add anything else to this army before we do the quest battle. Maybe the Dire Pack, we just chuck them in there since we're using beasts a lot in this army anyway. But as if but, we're going to want to go ahead and put the repression building in there, I think. I could also do the Charnel Pit to get the growth. I think just having more money as quickly as possible is better. The growth will come over time anyway. It doesn't particularly matter that we upgrade these, since upgrading them doesn't give us more money unless it like gets to level 3 here. So like this is the only building that matters for anywhere where we're not recruiting, because nothing else gives us money. I guess technically like we would want to upgrade the amount of capacity we have for certain heroes, but I'm not really one to spam heroes. Like, I've already like got this many, which to me is a lot. Because the worst thing that happens, particularly when you have them in armies, is you'll see, like, already it's starting to happen where I have to go click through every single one every time they level up, which is kind of tedious. And yeah, we're all about fun here. Anyway, tempted to upgrade the binding circle here so that we can get the extra corpse cart unlock. The reason that'd be a good idea is because we can put one into Wilmar's army. I'm going to grab a normal corpse cart for him for now. And that's going to remove the amount of money that we needed. Otherwise, in Castle Tempelhof, I'm going to put the charnel pit in there for now, so that I can get Castle Tempelhof upgraded at least. And Isabella is all done, so let's end the turn. After the quest battle, I think we'll probably try and take out the other dwarves. That will make the greenskins like us, and then I won't have to worry about them backstabbing me for a little while.
What dost thou want, dwarf?
Kalakian not liking that I wiped out Zufbar. I think that's fair. Oaken Hammer has had its buildings damaged. Bit of a random event. Let's now have Isabella do her quest battle. This should be good fun. Up against the Empire. Let's jump on in. These ignorant Empire guards are ill-prepared to face Isabella's fury. There is no rage like that of the Vampire Countess, as she has much to dispense. Beyond them lies the tomb of Marbad, the first Elector. Who knows what has happened to him since his interment? The weak, pathetic Sigmarite soldiers may not even know what it is they defend.
Oh, these poor, fragile mortals. How they arrange themselves before me, proud and defiant. Soon I shall make them prostrate and subservient. In death, they will become servants to the von Carsteins, pliable and deliciously loyal. Beyond this rabble is the tomb of a soul so great and so powerful that when it flows into this ancient chalice, the power bestowed upon me will make the world tremble. Bring me what I am owed!
Isabella now joined by her vampires on the Hellsteeds. Actually looks really cool. Let's do it. I do need to take out that mortar pretty early on. Just checking everything else. Crossbowmen can obviously go. The rest of the stuff should be fine. Okay, let's just have these guys line up. Direwolves ready to go. These all ready to go as well. Gonna put them into a group. Put this into another group. We'll not have Vlad in the group because he's slow. Might put the black coach in the group with the dogs. Okay, let's do it. These men know not what they protect. Slaughtering them will spill enough blood to draw forth the ancient.
Lord of the dead.
So I'm going to want to just pretty much get into the front line. Force them all to attack me here. I could also go for the light wizard actually. That could be a good shout. But I think just having them all sort of get together here is the best shout for the time being. We'll take out the mortar, so that's not a problem anymore.
Vlad von Carstein.
And that's already gone. Nice.
Kill.
Now we'll just go and take out the Knights of the Blazing Sun. Those will go down pretty quickly actually, because their models are quite large. So the Felbats get around them and just savage them really fast. Okay, we'll pop down a Pit of Shades. How's the magic looking? I'll do an invocation as well. Once we get our Winds of Magic back. That did plenty of damage.
Bow before me.
I'm going to move these over to the left, and we're going to charge into the crossbowmen now. Just going to target her with her own invocation for now. She is taking a lot of damage.
Swiftly.
We will kill them all.
Let's take out the halberds. They're almost gone anyway.
On death's wings.
We'll have Vlad give Isabella
Von Carstein.
some healing as well.
Excellent.
Let's go charge into the Knights of Blazing Sun with the doggos. They should do a decent chunk of damage there. The blood soaking the battlefield has lured the ancient from his crypt. Okay, let's do it. Where is he? Wallach the Cursed. He's coming.
Swiftly.
This blob of flyers, and now also direwolves, it's actually doing pretty well. I just want to get rid of these Empire forces though.
With haste, all shall perish.
Okay, I'm just going to speed it up a little bit as we take out that guy. Seems to be working relatively well right now. Oh, I did lose my Regiment of Renown already. Oops. It's fine. There's actually no reason to worry about losing the dire pack because we can just bring them back in a few turns. That's what Regiments of Renown are really good for, actually. It's just being there as a reserve army. I'm gonna go for the Light Wizard with all the flying heroes. Take him out pretty quick. Yep, he's gone. Perfect. Alright. Let's get involved. The Grip Horrors are smashing my direwolves to pieces, so let's get them out of there. start spirit leeching the Strigoi Gore King. It's going to take me a little while to kill him. He's actually going to be really tough. I did an AoE there just on the vampires. I didn't want it to clip anything else.
Isabella von
Hopefully, if we can get all of our heroes to just surround the Strigoi Gore King, we can take him out pretty quick. We'll have the Vargol for Tactical Crypt Horrors so he doesn't knock around the Strigoi Gore King. And we'll make sure the bats are focused elsewhere as well.
Conquest for Sylvania.
Bow before me.
These Strigoi Gore Kings are so strong. It's actually going to be really fun when I get my own.
What do you want?
Oh, he's getting chunked now. Crikey. There we go. Finally landing those hits. Great. That's it. Victory. With the blood chalice in our hands, Isabella will be very strong. We did also get the Dead Rise again, so we didn't even lose the Dire Pack after all that. I am going to take the extra money, since we don't need the replenishment or anything. Fantastic. There's the extra dark magic we got, which isn't put us up to 11,000. We got 2 turns of extra 10% casualty replenishment rate. We got the Blood Chalice of Bithori, which is nice since it gives a ward save and that ability. Which, you know, ward save in general just generally improves the effectiveness of regeneration since you're taking less damage. Then we have the Blood Kiss there, so that's cool. Right, so from that, we will want to, of course, level up Isabella. And I'm tempted to get some upgrades here, but also getting the Time of Arising would be kind of nice for when we get new units. So I think I'm going to go for the At Dawn They Sleep and take the Time of Arising. Because we do, at the end of the day, have 50 levels. I don't think it's really necessarily such a bad thing to take the bonuses for the Direwolves and Fellbats. Also, the Curse of Undeath would be useful for extra regeneration in the area. So for this vampire, the Hunger is a good idea for sure. And we'll also go for Wild-Eyed. For Vlad, getting his training maxed out is a good idea. He can also unlock his unique tree, so I think we'll do that first actually. So let's get the Cloud of Horror. The next thing we'll want is probably Coven of Undeath. We get extra unit experience gain per turn plus 150 for all armies faction wide. We'll do Impassioned and Wild-Eyed. This lady can get the extra Winds of Magic Power Reserve capacity. And Earthing. Then we'll have Genevieve. Just get the Wild-Eyed and Immortal Will. Immortal Will is really nice. It's like another regeneration spell. So much regeneration for the vampires. Crazy. We're going to head over to Karakadren. We do have a quest to attack them, I believe. So just be at war with them. I'm not sure how many turns we have left. It's 3 turns. I think we could just declare on them now. That will make them send their army towards us and basically make it easier for us to kill them.
How dare you
So we're going to declare war.
Killer.
1. And that will complete the quest. And we will march up this way. Wilmar can come with us. I will likely use the local recruitment here. Sorry, not local recruitment, raised dead here. Let's pick up those hex rays as well. And he can move ahead. Then also grab some from here. We'll do again more hex rays. We'll grab the dire wolves. Seems like fun. Cool. It's pretty much just going to be an army to support Isabella for the time being, until he's strong enough and has heroes to help him expand on his own. I don't really want to have more enemies at the moment. I mean, technically, I do need to be a little bit careful down here, because Kalakern can just underweight over to Kalagdroma, so maybe actually I should send him south. And if we give him some Graveguard and stuff, plus like a vampire, it might be okay. We do have 7 capacity now. Get a strong one there. I kind of want a Shadow Magic, though. Let's go for this one, the Knowledgeable, for the character experience gain, so that she can get access to Pit of Shade sooner than later. Yeah, let's have Wilmar move down then, instead of up. I know I already spent cash on him there and already movement range, but it's okay. Yeah, we can use the Regiments of Renown, just make this army reasonably strong, and then go from there. Okay. Isabella can do this on her own, no problem. I am going to upgrade this, so we have access to the upgraded corpse carts, and I will likely upgrade this as well to the next level. Because at the next level, we can build the growth buildings as well. And that will get us to level 3 in both of these ASAP, so we can then upgrade this to give us 500 a turn. Also, I can upgrade this main settlement. And not that that is as much of a concern to me, but it's nice to have extra cash already to spend, so things are going well. This turn we'll also finish our research. Move on to the next research. This research isn't that important right now, because I think it was the Crypt Ghoul and Crypt Horror bonuses, which we haven't really been using, but more and more factions are getting wiped out here. Look at that number just drop as the turn goes past. Down to 220 factions now. Might even be less by the end. There we go. There goes another one. So this is the minus 10% upkeep, minus 20% recruitment cost for Crypt Ghouls and Crypt Horror units.
Soon I'll be all powerful.
And what we can do is actually use that to recruit some Crypt Ghouls, since they'll be nice and cheap. So we'll force them into Wilmar's army. And we'll also grab the Feasters in the Dusk then. And I might as well just chuck both of those in there. She can also join, so that he has some shadow magic. Great. Let's attack Kanakadrin. We're not going to be in range next or this turn, so we'll go and attack them next turn.
Expand Sylvania's borders.
I didn't move my hero. She can stick with Isabella, I think. He needs to catch up, because I want her to be in the same province so that she can benefit from the Queen Bee here. The heroes in local region getting the extra success chance. We'll have Zufbar level up. And here at Fort Obersteyr, we'll go for the Charnel Pit. Let's move on. So we already have a pretty hefty second army, which is good. Hopefully it will be good enough to take out Katakern for me, because I'll likely do that while we're taking out Katakadrin. Start expanding in multiple directions already. And usually I like to keep my back to something, so in this case, you know, the idea was to kill the dwarves, so become friends with the greenskins, then we don't have to worry about these guys, the red eye, from attacking us. Speaking of which, I might be able to become friends with them, but not for now. The other thing that I might want to do is send some gifts to like Musalon and the Barrow Legion, so that we can look at those confederations ASAP.
You must want something. It better not be my head.
Like a small gift.
Agreed.
I might just start doing that.
Ready. We will parley. For now, fellow immortals, you have the ear of the Lichman. Yes.
Cool. Right, she is ready to attack Katakadrin. It's going to be a Pyrrhic victory. I don't know where his army is, because honestly I might just auto-resolve it. If there's no army nearby, we should have time to replenish before we get to the Fallen King Mountain. Has he only got 2 settlements? Technically he has 3. So where is the 3rd? Oh, Nashrak, so it'll be up here. Okay, that's fine. I think what we'll do is we'll just auto-resolve this. And we'll occupy it. We'll take out that building, replace it with the income building. Level her up. Go Aura of Supremacy. And then all of these will be picking up Immortal Will, which will be very nice. And we'll give the Mesmerizing Aura to Vlad. Immortal Will. She can get Occam's Mind Razor. And this one can continue. Tenacity. More health means more regeneration, so seems like the right choice.
No, you think like them.
Let's move over to Migdal. And on the way we'll pick up some corpse carts. These are costing more money because of the recruiting shortage, which is kind of annoying. But that's okay, we'll just spend the rest of our cash getting that done.
Yes, my lord of death. Good.
Let's have Ydet move ahead for us. Oh, going to be spotting Ungrim and Jartha here. We also see Nashrax now, which is good. So we know where that is. So the likelihood is that Ungrim will jump over. Maybe I shouldn't have auto-resolved the Pyrrhic victory. That might sting us in the next battle. It really depends. I think the army of Ungrim won't be that strong. It's just Ungrim himself is a nasty character. So having the heroes at high health is more important than the actual army. And I think that is going to be the case because our replenishment rate for hero HP is crazy. And the migration. Great migration comes to our borders, demanding shelter from large threats abroad. Do we let them cross into our territory or turn them away? Extra growth and recruitment cost reduction is really good, so we'll take that. I don't particularly need to worry about control because my vampiric corruption is pretty damn good. So we are fine. Get some more hex rays in this army. I think hex rays should be relatively good against dwarves.
Bats and wolves gather.
We will jump into
Move.
the lands of Aveland. That's fine. Let's have Idet take out this poor fella. Didn't even level up from that. Rude. And then, meanwhile, we can travel over towards Nashrax. I have no idea where Ungrim went.
Darkness comes.
Oh. Okay. Well, he'll turn up once we start destroying his last couple settlements. Let's move on to the next turn. So, Katakin, I'm hoping they don't have a very big army. Their strength rank is relatively decent though, so I feel like we might actually have a hard time taking the main fort itself in the mountains, but that smaller one we might be able to take if they don't move their army there.
The scent of death is strong. Destruction!
Might as well move as close as we can. There isn't an army there at the moment. Over at Nashrax, we're going to take that. Thank you very much. Decisive victory, don't mind if I do. And Nashrax already has a level 2 growth building here. That's really nice. And we got Fencer's Blades for Isabella. That's pretty nice, actually. Not the best weapon in the world, but it is better than nothing. We'll give her campaign line of sight. Let's do it.
Begone.
This night?
No.
So now, Ungrim's standing here with attrition. His army is actually pretty scary, especially with this one following up. If he attacks Nashrax though, we'll be on the defensive here. And we should be able to win that. But he might just attack us. That would be really good. Save us a lot of trouble. We also now have enough blood kisses to get the Lamian bloodline. The extra experience gain. Perfect. So all of my characters will level up quicker now. And we should have also unlocked a new lord. Walborg Morphen. She is strong. Ooh. We will probably make her into the next army. Let's end the turn. See if Ungrim says hello. Probably should have kept my camera centered on them as I push through the end turn here. They have decided to try an underway. We got the underway interception, so we'll play this out. I think auto-resolving this will make the rest of my units too weak to use in a battle against Ungrim, so we are just going to play this manually, and I'm going to use Isabella and her heroes to take out Jathra here. Jathra. There isn't much in the way of crossbows, so should be absolutely fine to just charge in everything that's big, including my Vargolf and my Black Coach. And everything small can just stay out of the battle for the time being. Let's get it sped up. It shouldn't take too long. I'm going to engage the miners with blasting charges. Oh wow, that was the most failed charge. Good. Okay, this is really good.
Kneel before your master.
Alright, let's try and pull him through. It's taking quite a lot of damage. We'll start moving them closer. But I'm probably just going to pop down the bit of shades here, honestly.
Isabella von
So we can pop the blood chalice now, which will just heal her up really fast. Now, since they're already getting low, I'm just gonna kill this unit of dwarf warriors on this side. We're gonna want to make sure that our dogs are killing off the units that are running away, because they are the most efficient at doing so. Oh, it's just a massacre. I'll just keep things sped up. Kill as many as we can. Last unit. Just getting absolutely devoured by my beasts. And we'll end it there. That'll do. Well done. At the end of battle, if I technically wanted to min-max, I could obviously stand around and use invocations, but I'm not going to bother with that too much. I am just going to take the extra dark magic. The more dark magic we have, the better for upgrading our settlements. And our settlements will be upgrading pretty fast, because our growth is going to be good with all of those growth buildings going. One trouble you might have, though, if you focus too much on growth in this game, sometimes you don't have the money to actually spend on the buildings. So the growth is kind of pointless. Anyway, it looks like Ungram has retreated to his stronghold at the Fallen King Mountain. So I guess we go to him. I thought he would come to us. I do have the ability to get the extra speed and charge bonus for the Felbats and Wolves. What's the bonus we get here? So Direwolf for melee attack. Flying Horrors would give us Felbat melee attack and missile resistance. That's actually really nice, the Flying Horrors. I am definitely going to give her Terrorgeist in the end, so we'll go for the weapon strength and charge bonus for Vargeist and Vargolfs and Terrorgeists. We do have both Vargeist and a Vargolf in our army, so that bonus will actually help. For Melissa, we're going to get Tenacity. For Vlad, don't know if Mortal Levies is a good idea, since we're unlikely to use Sylvanian crossbowmen and Sylvanian handgunners in this army, I think. And the diplomatic relations with the Empire is really not too useful in the long run. I think instead we'll start going for Quick Blood, Bloodlust, get his health up higher, so we can benefit more from the regeneration. Arcane Conduit, we're going to grab. Tenacity. Fantastic. And unfortunately, guys, it has been my time, so I'm going to leave it here. In the next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to attack the Fallen King Mountain, and we shall then probably move over to the Empire, assuming that these greenskins don't declare war on me. We'll see how it works out. It might be worth just taking out Red Eye from Grand Peak so that we control this province. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.